7 days a week, 365 days a year. Just 3 games tonight, all in the MAC conference. We saw the MAC last night, and I got to say that really some really nice comments throughout the day on my Bowling Green pick in the YouTube. I don't know, man. So someone even went in there with like 10 minutes left to go in the game and tell me what a loser I was on that Bowling Green pick. But, yeah. I say they ate a poop sandwich on that one. But, of course, speaking of poop sandwiches, we got the gang with us today. We got Bittler, Ruffalo, Rod Zawacki. Of course, we're going to give out free picks on all the games. And we're a week away from college basketball. We also have, of course, our best bets always over at our premium area at sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. Let's bring in the gang. I have to mute them always before the show because they just I don't know. It's like right before we're ready to go on the air is when they all of a sudden get all chatty. And it's usually Ruffalo starts it,
Bowling Green was a little stressful, but it wasn't that bad.
So Joe D'Amico will be back on the drive-thru today. He's very sick, but he's going to make it. I told him we're going to send Ruffalo over for the foot massage.
What? Wait, hold on. What? I just told him I'd go take him some soup. I didn't agree to the foot massage.
No, he was going to give you the foot massage.
Oh, okay.
He just needs a day at the spa.
But anyways, we got 3 MAC games tonight. Brian, what do you got going on today?
Well, I'm going for 4 straight winning nights. I've finally turned the corner. I feel like I'm heating up again. So you can get all 3 of my college football plays for $50 at pickdogs.com, or my best play, my golden ticket, $30, pickdogs.com. 3 days for $75 also available. Good deal. Get it now.
Chris?
Yeah, for me, I got my Whale Bet Wednesday package for the 3 games tonight. 3 of my biggest max unit plays. Loving those plays tonight. Got it over for $29.95 over at the website. Planning on sweeping the board today, going 3-0.
And
guys, hop on my package last night, 2-0. Crushed my parlay I gave out in that, and so congrats if you hit that. But tonight I have 3 games with the MAC. MAC stands for Money and Collecting, so let's go.
Woo! Wow.
When I hear Mac, I think Big Macs from McDonald's.
Rod, what do you got?
For me, I got a Wednesday Bookie Buster. You can buy that one all by itself. My biggest bet this week. Or you can buy the Hump Day Triple Mac, which will include the Bookie Buster in that package as well, plus winning side and a total in one of these games. Love all 3 of these plays.
I got a 3-pack for tonight. So last night I just had 1 pick, but tonight I got 3. So see what happens. These MAC games, usually some wild stuff. So if you're interested in my best bets, the games I'm betting, those are the ones in my 3-pack. All right. Well, announced yesterday that we're going to have a handicapping contest. We kind of put it together while we were on the show, and then everybody kind of thought that we had a full list of rules and we're ready to start immediately. It doesn't really work that way. There's a little bit more to it, but it is going to start December 1st. You don't enter the contest by emailing me. You enter the contest. It will be in the Facebook group. We'll start the sign-up process probably the day after Thanksgiving, and it will run through, it'll run through the opening of the contest on December 1st. I can tell you a few things that we have definitely firmly decided in the contest. Number 1, all picks will be sides, totals, or money lines, and no money lines will be greater than minus 175. So no minus 400 favorites and stuff like that. It will only be, so it's only sides, totals, and money lines. That's it. No first halves, no first person to score, no props, no nothing like that. It's hard enough to keep score for this many people manually than to throw in, this sort of stuff. It's only going to be the major sports. Football, college basketball, NBA basketball when it starts. And that's pretty much NHL if it does start. stuff like that. It's not, there's not going to be soccer or any of these other weird little soccer leagues or tennis or anything like that. Just the mainstream stuff, the stuff that we mainly handicap on the site. We have some of those other things, but those are kind of like side things, and it's really not the core of what we do. I know some people follow it, but it doesn't mean that that's the core of our business. So we're going to stick to those things. Another thing is if you don't enter your picks on a day, it will count as 0-1. It will count as just a 1-loss day. It will just count as 1 loss on your record. There's no exceptions on that. And there'll be separate contests, one in the Sports Chat Place group, one in the Pick Dogs group. Everyone is free to enter both. You just can't put the same picks in on both unless there's only one game. Like a Monday Night Football is the only game. But I don't think that's going to happen because college basketball will be started by then. So there should be multiple games on every day. The only day that we might run into a problem is Christmas Eve. Generally, there's only one game on Christmas Eve. But even with today's weird scheduling, there could be other stuff too. There could be college hoops or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be or not this year. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, right? We don't know what's going to happen day to day. But those are some of just the loose rules. And then in the main thread, they'll all be done. There'll be a daily post in the Facebook group saying, "Post your picks for the contest here." I guess everyone will probably assign everybody a number to themselves so they can say what number they are. So Rod can track them a lot easier instead of like trying to figure out which bill this is, and on his list, and everyone will be assigned a number, and you'll just put what your number is, what your pick is, and then it'll be tracked that way. And then if you want to do a write up on your pick, because that, we're all at the same time while each person that wins each contest, the Sports Chat and the Pick Dogs contest, we're still always looking for people that can do write-ups and make picks and stuff like that. And that's, there's certain talent to that as well. So if you do your write-ups, as an individual post in the Facebook group, these are things that we'll consider down the road as we bring more cappers on. So it's an opportunity for everybody, and I'm excited about it. It doesn't mean you're getting a spot on this show, okay? It doesn't mean that you'll get a spot on the drive-through for sure. But you won't. It doesn't mean you'll get a shot in this show, But you might. We'll have to see how it all works out. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the enthusiasm of just the people that want to know. And I think Ann has gone out and said she encourages women to join. I'm all about it too. A lot of people say, why don't you have this capper or that capper or this this race or this religion or this whatever. I mean, I don't keep track of that stuff, but more power to you, man. Win it. Go out and get it. You want it? Go out and get it, man. I'm putting it out there for everybody. And it's like,
join up.
I don't have any, it's like, obviously we don't want any, convicted felons or anything like that, and, there's also, there's a code of conduct once you become a handicapper at the site that you'll have to be willing to agree to. And if that person that wins, isn't willing to agree to that, then of course we'll defer to second place and whatever. All this will be in the rules. But I'm excited about it, and it's like, I think it's a cool thing. I'm excited that this many people are excited about it. I am. It's exciting that you guys are excited. I was excited. Then you guys got excited. Now I'm excited again. And it's like, even my wife is excited. Like, she saw like all the people that she's like, oh my God, look, all the people that want to be in the thing. And like, I think 100 and something people joined our Facebook group just yesterday. And I think we're going to have even more to come on. So it's if you haven't joined the Sports Chat Facebook group, it's a second entry for you too. Yep. So I'm excited about it. But anyways, Brian, what are you excited about tonight?
The whole card, but normally like yesterday, like me and Mitch only had one play, but tonight I see value in all three games.
I'm with you. I only had one play last night. I only played the Kent State game. I liked Bowling Green. I liked him a lot, but I really wanted to give him out as a free pick because I don't do a lot. Like on the nights where there's not that many games, I rarely give out a side on the free video pick, and I really wanted to give that one out because I had gotten so hammered on the comments giving out the Patriots the night before. I just wanted to see if I would get even more people like telling me how stupid I was for taking Bowling Green, and I did. I got a lot of them telling me that how Buffalo was going to win by 42 points and all this other stuff, and how dumb I was. I'm telling you, Buffalo was lucky to get the margin of victory that they got in that game. Bowling Green had a bunch of opportunities that they let slip away early. They missed a field goal early.
Touchdown,
interception. 30-yard field goal.
Interception in the end zone.
On the other side of it,
messing with my over there.
So we had a tale of two different stories last night. In both games last night, the team that appeared to be running away with it and covering it at halftime, from a betting perspective, did not cover in the game. Akron was very much in it at halftime against Kent State, and then the coach said, "Okay, time to stop fumbling the ball on the 10-yard line. Time to stop giving the ball and to tackle somebody, right?" It's like, I hate teams that don't tackle. And I mean, I have to say Akron, Akron did a really nice job last night running, playing hard for 30 minutes, which is 30 minutes more than we've seen them play hard for the last 3 years.
Points they scored in 3 years.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, they had some guys that really did themselves proud. I think when the quarterback did the fist pump on that run, and he got a first down on like 3rd and 10 or something, that was it. It's like there's only so much face rubbing you can do to another team, especially if you're the lesser team, where they're all of a sudden they're gonna you're going to get killed. And that's exactly. I always think that should happen more. Like when the guy celebrates the first down, I'm still waiting for the guy to celebrate the first down and for some defender to just go over there and just blindside clean his clock.
Oh,
because it's definitely an in your face. But let's get to.
They're pissed now. They're gonna beat their ass.
That's exactly what happened last night.
Exactly.
And believe me,
that 17.5 was nice behind that.
I noticed there was like 3.5 minutes left to go in the game. They had already taken the wagon wheel. It's like
I didn't notice that.
They just put it on their sideline. They're just like, it's a shorter walk.
Well, Brian, Northern Illinois and Ball State. You can look in the camera for a change.
I'm just looking at my.
You're watching porn, and we know it, but you can. Northern Illinois and Ball State. What do you like?
Well, Northern Illinois the Huskies have played bad the first 2 weeks, and now they're on the road playing Ball State, a team that I lost with first 2 weeks. Ball State hasn't covered. Both teams are actually 0-2 against the spread. In this game, I see the total is 62 around there. I just think that's a way too high of a number, and maybe I'm an under. I don't know. I'm an under fanatic. Yesterday it bit me in the ass for $55, but to me, I like the under here. I think Eastern Michigan, I think there's an improved defense on both sides of the ball with Ball State and Northern Illinois Huskies. I think they improved their defensive effort.
Chris?
I'm going to have to disagree with Brian here. I like the over. I just think Ball State's secondary is terrible, and this is still a really young Northern Illinois defense, but the quarterback play from Northern Illinois should get better after they played two of the better teams in the MAC in their first 2 games. I can see this being a game where both teams get into the 30s, so give me the over here.
And
I actually am going to go the other way as Chris. I agree with Brian. I think this will go under. It'll just go slightly under. Both teams, they're not that good. I mean, Ball State, they won, but I think the defenses are going to prove a lot this week. So I definitely would think it's going to go under.
Rod?
I'll agree with Chris. This is definitely going over. The Huskies defense is giving up average of 44 points a game. 100th ranked 100th against the run. Ball State should be able to run right over and have no problem scoring points. And then the other side of the ball, you got the Huskies against this Ball State defense, who their pass defense, as Chris says, is just horrid. And they're giving up 34.5 points a game. For me, that's both defenses giving up over 70 points a game. And then if you want to look at some stats, Ball State is their last 6 games. They're 6-0 to the over. Their last 6 games. The Huskies, 7 of their last 9 games are to the over. Give me the over, 62.
I'm with you. I like the over also in this one. I think you got 2 crappy teams, and crappy equals bad defense, usually. Got Eastern Michigan up against Toledo. Eastern Michigan's been a cash machine for me for the last 5 years. I've been riding this team. I mean, I gave out back when they first started live, on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I think it was before YouTube was doing live. I think just Facebook was doing live. One of my first college football live shows, morning shows, back when I used to be just me. If you guys think I talk too much now, you should have heard those shows. I gave out Eastern Michigan money line against Purdue on the road. They won.
Remember that?
Yep, they won. That's when Chris used to watch my shows. Anyways, Brian.
Both these teams have given up a ton of points in their first 2 games, and I firmly believe that if you bet $55 on the under in all 3 of these games, that you're going to make a profit that 2 out of 3 unders will hit. I just don't see how. I know there's been terrible defense here in the MAC conference, and we've been seeing it almost weekly, but I got to believe that Eastern Michigan plays a better game in total at home. So I like it to go under the number.
Contest is 100% free, unless you want to pay. For everyone else, it's free. For you, $400. For you, special deal.
Spectators, $5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over again here. I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but I just these 2 teams like to play over the number, and an Eastern Michigan team allowing 32.5 points a game, and Toledo likes to score, but I also expect a back and forth game here because Eastern Michigan just has a history of playing in close games. So give me the over here.
So these are all good questions, like about the contest, and we'll go through this round of picks, and I'll come back to these. It's going to be by units, not by win-loss percentage. It's going to be by units, and the units and point spreads on games, Rod is going to have the final say whether you've entered a legitimate number or not. I know point spreads move, but we're going to look at the point spreads at the time the pick is put in, and if it's off, then Rod will comment underneath your pick and say, this is the line on this game, and he will have the final say. Ruffalo is also going to be working with Rod on this stuff, but Rod is going to run the contest with an iron fist. Rod, speaking of running the contest, who do you like in this contest? And did you give your pick, or did I gloss over you?
In this one, I'm looking at. I actually like the under. I think this just sneaks under the number. Toledo's offense scores average 33 points a game. EMU's averages about 20 points. I think this just sneaks under the number, 58, 59 points. Take the under.
I like the under also in this one. I've been watching Eastern Michigan, like I said, like a hawk for years and years and years, and I know exactly the way that they play. And it is keep games close, give yourself a chance to win at the end. Some years they win a bunch, some years they don't win a bunch. But Some years they
You know, you skipped me.
Go ahead, Ann.
How can we skip you?
Unless this game magically goes into overtime, I'm definitely on the under here. I see last time we had we had the 2 games with over. I think tonight we're going to have a lot of unders in MAC.
I like the under in this one. I asked if I skipped you, but you didn't answer me.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I asked.
Yeah.
My bad.
Clean out your ears.
I know, I'm so stuffy. I'm like, sinuses.
All right. Find this guy. Anyways, yeah, that's some. Anyways, we got Western Michigan and Central Michigan. This looks to be one of the better MAC games that we've seen in a while. Who do you like in this one, Brian?
I definitely think this is the best MAC game we've seen all year, or maybe see for the entire year. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Again, I'm putting 55 on each under. And I think this is the easiest under on the board because both teams come in undefeated. They need nobody wants to lose this one. I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle defensively, so take the under. Plus, the total's dropped about, I think, 3 points from where it opened up, 3 or 4. So I'm going to go with the under.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under as well. I think this rivalry game, these two teams don't like each other. There's going to be a lot more physical play, and there's going to be a hard-hitting game. Let's see this one coming just in under the number.
Yeah, Brian, Chris, I definitely agree with you guys. Brian, I'm doing the same thing tonight. I'm like $50 on each under tonight. Like you said, it's definitely going to go 2 out of 3 easily well under. This is one of the games, big rival game. It definitely will. I definitely think it's going to go under. Plus, when you have a 1-point spread, usually most of the time those games are very neck and neck tight. A lot of defense. So I'm going to take the under here.
Rod?
I agree. I like the under. Give me the under 59.5 here. I think both defenses grind it out and beat each other up. I think it's going to be a nice physical game.
I love the over in this game. I think it's going to go over in the first half. I think this is going to be a track meet of track meets of track meets.
Mitch, you're going to get attacked. You know this.
Oh, I don't care. I watch the games, so I see what happens. And we saw Western Michigan give up about 150 points last week, all the way down to the last seconds they were giving up points. And they will give up a ton of points in this game, and they will score a ton of points because that's exactly what they've been doing for the last 10 years. So why is tonight going to be different all of a sudden? These MAC games on weeknights are built on the over, and this is the over of overs. I'd say look at something in the 100 range for points in this game. 40. I would say 5 to 6 touchdowns over the total in this game. Press it all the way.
The total's dropped 4 points.
Press it all the way up. And who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Those people are stupid. Okay, these are the same people that frickin' bet the Jets. Okay, and they're sharp and they're so much smarter than me. I'll tell you what, not one of those people live on my block. Not one of them. And that's smart.
They also had the Colts this weekend over the Titans.
Wow, they won one. Congratulations, man. Congrats, you won one.
I'm just saying,
you won one. They also had the Chargers. They got stomped. They had the Chargers and the Eagles. They got crushed. They got crushed. They got crushed, and re-crushed.
I might swim to Hawaii if this game goes over. I'm going to jump in the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm going to swim all the way around
Super
the Gulf of
Sharky.
Mexico.
Super Sharky. They're letting the tourists back in, so, man, the Sharks, they love those tourists, man. They love them.
I'm too bony. They won't like me.
No, those tiger sharks, they're kind of indiscriminate when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. one place I do not want to be swimming. Is it true you just poke him in the eyeball? Have you ever had to run in with a shark, Mitch? While surfing?
I've never had a run in that close with them.
Oh, that's good.
Anyways. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Got the NBA draft tonight. Who do you like?
I still think LaMelo Ball is going to go first overall. And I think James Wiseman's going to go number 2 to the Warriors if they don't, neither of them trade the pick. I think you're still getting decent odds on James Wiseman to go in the top 2.
You think the Warriors are going to trade the pick, you said, or take him?
No, they potentially could trade the pick and try to get veteran, but I think James Wiseman's the better pick, but I'm hearing that they're listening to offers.
Why wouldn't you I mean, Wiseman kind of fits that Kevin Durant role that they lost.
Oh, for sure.
I think Obi Toppin's the value, man. I know he's dropping like crazy, but hey, they said the same thing about Draymond Green when he was dropping. And look at him compared to all the guys that got drafted ahead of him. I liked him that year too. I still like Obi Toppin. I think he's way better than Edwards. Edwards is, how good was Georgia last year? They're terrible. It's like Kentavious Caldwell Pope when he was on Georgia. Same thing, exact same thing. It's like, oh, everyone's enamored with this guy. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I remember when he came into the league, I wanted the Raptors to take him, and now I'm kind of mincing my words a little bit.
All right. Well, no one seems too chatty. So we'll wrap it up. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern time for the Computer Pick Show. We saw Charles Ormsby kicking field goals on yesterday's show. He's pretty good at it, man. You got to admit. Charles, he was nailing those field goals. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow.